So how has May been for all of you? Because for me, May has been a super productive month, and I hope that you all have a productive month as well, because June actually marks the start of an uphill climb, okay, until the end of the year. So for those of you who are meeting me for the first time, I'm Nelly, you can call me Nell, and I'm a life transformation coach, okay, and I've been studying metaphysics from JY Academy since 2012, and I'm learning from other masters as well. Okay, so my metaphysics journey started as a self-help, and then it developed into, like, I find passion about it, and it developed into a business now, okay? So I've been helping others along the way with my experience and how I use Chinese metaphysics. So at current state, I conduct Bata and Chiman classes, and I also do consultations, and I do personal coaching. So if you are interested to engage my service in personal coaching, do message me. So let's do a flashback, okay? 2021 was a year for spiritual alignment. And what it means is like spiritual alignment, it actually refers to being conscious of our actions, our thoughts, and intention. So if you have still not found this alignment, then you may need to put in a bit more effort, as time waits for no one. Because 2022, we are already into spiritual growth, which refers to our conviction to progress better in life and also to make ourselves bigger than our situation. So spiritual growth is about seeing beyond good or bad, so that you can take the necessary action to progress in life and not be blinded by illusions or excuses. Water Tiger year actually brings a lot of tension, okay, and it demands our courage and clarity to take on the challenge. So to thrive in 2022, we actually need to have grace, and this includes gratitude, resilience, adaptable, having compassion, and also endurance. Okay, so just to give an update, to date we have completed like 2 workshops and 2 spiritual webinars, and my upcoming spiritual webinar is on 26th June, where I'll be teaching how to unlock your DE in both Human Destiny chart and Bazi chart to discover your greatest potential. In my last webinar, okay, Thriving in May webinar, I mentioned about Mercury going into retrograde. And I've also leveraged on this energy to help me assess my path and to realign my goals. So through a month of introspection, I'm making some changes to my routine and reprioritizing my goals as well. So hence, I may not have the bandwidth to continue with my monthly Thriving webinar in the following months. But I always have something to offer, okay? Like, I'm committed to supporting my followers and community so that you all can get on better, okay? Can have some improvement in your life. So you want to hop on to my Telegram channel, because that is where I'm sharing my daily insights to help you get through the day. So you can find the invite link in the comments of this FB Live. Okay. Let's start the webinar with the Bazi perspective. So June officially starts on 6th of June. And this month, it starts with an aggressive energy. As we can see from this chart, the Gung Day Master is sandwiched between 2 Bing Fire. When Bing Fire counters Gung, it is a forceful clash that can result in brutality if we are not strong internally. So Bing Fire in June, it represents a 7K, which is also rooted in the chart. So this also indicates that in general, okay, people will be more aggressive in nature. However, the run water from the year pillar, it counters both the 2 Bing Fire. And this brings like some control over the 7K. And here we can see it's what we call an eating god controlling 7 killings. Okay. So what this means is like we need to observe what's going on around us, what's happening around us, and also have the ability to find creative solutions to overcome our challenges. So the keyword here is creative solution. Okay. Internally, we have a rat and horse clash, which indicates stiff competition. However, the horse is in DE. The month pillar is in DE. So what this means is like, we can't be doing the same thing, expecting a different result. So we need to experiment different ways of solving the same problem in order to get the results that we want. So June is a month where we need to make everything else redundant except your goals. So often we get too busy for the sake of being busy. And then we realize that we are not getting what we wanted. So hence in June, you will need to slow down so that you can focus your energy on your target. Just like the theme that I have for this month, it's called the inactivity is the action for laser focus. That's exactly what you need. Okay. And if you wish to learn more about the 10 gods and how to apply 10 gods to your destiny chart so that you can be better or to discover your niche, you may want to join my workshop in August, which is called Teaming of 10 Gods. This is where I'll go deep into the 10 Gods application. And what you can learn from this workshop will help you make a head start into period 9. So PM me if you are interested, okay? So let me share more insights into the Mercury retrograde. And remember to help me share this video with your friends and other FB groups, yeah? Mercury retrograde started on 10th of May, and it lasts all the way till 3rd of June. Okay, and this gives us a few more days to do our introspection. Okay, and also to assess like our life path and goals. Okay, so when a planet goes into retrograde, it is actually a signal from the universe to tell us to slow down so that we can assess our path and to realign ourselves and to know what to expect so that we can prepare ourselves for what else might ensue. So you want to use this retrograde to kind of press that reset button to reorient your life for the better during this shift, okay? And to achieve alignment, we need to be grounded. Often we get stuck because we don't have the grounding, which is our fundamentals, and we get confused with our purpose in life. And we keep searching and seeking, and many a times we end up wandering, okay, going round in circles. And therefore, we struggle to make decisions and we struggle to progress fruitfully in life to achieve our enlightenment, okay? So the trick that I've discovered is to focus on our immediate needs and then set our goals accordingly. So we can start with defining the outcome. Well, you can start with defining the outcome that you want, which is your purpose. Then followed by goals that will achieve the results that you want with relevant actions. And not forgetting, you need to have timelines. You need to set timelines for yourself to be effective. Okay. So in last month Thriving webinar, I actually shared an activation, okay, a feng shui activation, which is today after this webinar between 7 to 8:30 p.m. Okay, it's in the south, right? And to have maximum leverage on this activation, you need to have clarity and be focused. Okay. So you can try this activation, right? So let's look at the June's planetary movement and how it affects us. But before we go on, please help me to, please remember to share this video with your friends, okay? So on 3rd of June, Mercury goes into direct, okay? And this is happening in a few days' time. So what this indicates is like, you are done with your introspection. Now it is time for action. So if you have not done that realignment and you think that you actually need to reassess what's going on in your life so that you can realign and reorient yourself towards your goal, right? You still have a few days more to go. Then following by 5th June, this is when Saturn goes into retrograde. So this gives us that chance to reevaluate our boundaries and to re-examine the rules that we choose to live in. Okay, this can include our limiting belief, which may be blocking our progress, and to assess what have we learned from our life lessons and how are we maturing with time. So this retrograde also enhances a sense of responsibility. Then on 17th of June, we have a moon conjunct Pluto. And this conjunction can potentially trigger an anger outburst. And it can, I would say, plunge us into extreme mood swings. Okay, and this demands absolute self-control, which is manageable when we have clarity and purpose. Then the month ends with a Neptune retrograde, which is happening on 28th of June. And when Neptune goes into retrograde, it actually opens up that opportunity for spiritual breakthrough, where we can open up to ourselves and tap into our intuition and get back into reality. When you remove the illusions that have been building up or that have been blocking you, you may discover some unpleasant side of life which you need to accept in order to develop the strength to move on. Okay, so June is a month for action. And to get the best out of the month, you need to be focused. So let's look at these dates and understand how we can leverage on the energy. So on 3rd June, we have Mercury going back into direct, okay? Mercury is a planet that governs communication, that governs intellect, memory, and transportation. So on 3rd of June, Mercury returning to the direct motion is a sign for us to prepare, to start actioning on our plans, to change course, or for us to take the next steps. Okay, so it's just like the universe is telling you, on your mark, get set, and go. So you want to be prepared, and you have a few days more, okay, to launch this into action. So 3rd June is a fire peak day, and from the barter chart of the day, we can see the year pillar combines with the day pillar, and it produces wood, which is resource to this day. So what else is better to do than to take stock of what we already have, okay, and assess how are we using our resources. Are we wasting resources? Time is a resource, okay, so how are we spending our time? But however, with the presence of pig and snake clash, as we can see from the chart, we need to filter out the noises and focus on the voice. In other words, there could be a lot of things that's happening, okay, a lot of distractions that may be happening that tells you, okay, this, that, but these are very trivial matters. So you want to filter all this out so that you can really focus on the message, so that you can focus on what is the next step that you need to take that is going to propel you to your goals, okay? So if you need courage and strength to push you forward, you can back west. And those with Destiny Palace in the west has an added advantage. But if you need to assess the pros and cons so that you can make a tough decision, right? You can back northeast. And those with a growth mansion in northeast has an added advantage. But if clarity and support is all you need, then back northwest. Okay, let's move on. Next will be 5th June. This is where Saturn retrograde starts. And this retrograde will last all the way until October. So I've shared in my previous webinar that Saturn is a planet of karma. And when it moves backwards, going into retrograde, it gives us or produces this phase of karmic rebalancing. And it encourages changes, okay, in both our personal and also professional life. While other retrogrades may weaken the energy influence of the planet, but for Saturn, it is actually the opposite. So when Saturn goes into retrograde, it actually brings back the past, present, and also future experiences all in one. Okay, and Saturn retrograde can induce imbalance and instability in economic, political, and also our social life. So this is like a period of correction, which can bring both negative and positive effect. So we want to create the experience that we want. Okay, we want a positive experience for ourselves. And it is up to you to create that. Okay. So 5th June is an Earth Ox Day. January 2023 is Earth Ox month. So you want to use this day to start working towards what you want to see in 2023. And from this chart, G-Earth is sitting on itself. So it indicates that you should work on yourself. However, under the influence of the Yi-Wood countering the G-Earth, you may feel demotivated and perhaps lacking that push to move. But if you are conscious, okay, and you have a strong purpose, then there's nothing that can define you. So you want to anchor your purpose and internal values, okay? And to do that, you can actually back north. So those who have growth mentioned in the north has an added advantage. But if you need that additional boost of courage and strength, you can back south. And those who have Destiny Palace in the south has an added advantage. Okay? But if acceptance of reality, okay, and accepting yourself, okay, is blocking your progress, then you can back southeast to clear your limiting belief and also to make a decision to overcome it with actions. So those with the Wealth Palace in southeast has an added advantage. So I want to share what I foresee with you all. Say, we need to brace ourselves for recession. Okay, so do reassess what's going on in your life and how you can prepare yourself, okay, in the next 6 to 12 months. So next, coming into 17 June, where the moon is in conjunction with Pluto. So Pluto is a planet that governs end and beginning. Hence, it has great influence on transformation, destruction, and renewal. So Pluto may be very well associated with death and struggles. However, it also offers opportunities for growth. And we can only see opportunities if we allow ourselves to stop and to explore so that we can understand. So on 17th of June, right, the moon conjunct Saturn can actually bring some emotional turmoil that can block our ability to think clearly. And this day is also a Metal Ox day. Okay, and from the battle perspective, the Ren water is countering the Bing fire, while the Bing fire is combining with the Sing metal. And this can lead us to wasting energy if we are not aware of our purpose in what we are doing. And Bing fire and Sing metal combination, it can bring both positive and negative effect. So on one hand, it helps to bring the value in us. But on another hand, it can also magnify our blind spot. Okay. So to uncover your mental blockage, you can back southeast, and those with power mentioned in southeast has added advantage. Sometimes we are aware that we have this mental blockage, but we struggle to see or to focus on the good in things. Okay, so you can train yourself to focus on the positive. And you can do that by backing east on this day on 17th of June. And those with power mentioned in the east has an added advantage. Okay, so let's move on to 28th of June. This is where Neptune goes into retrograde. So Neptune is a planet of inspiration, dreams, and illusions. Sometimes, well, I would say as human, we have the tendency to hide ourselves behind our dreams, and we create an illusion for ourselves to suppress our anxiety and unwanted realities. So when Neptune goes into retrograde, our illusion will slowly fade away, and it can actually force us to face with perhaps some harsh and painful reality. So this is a time where we need to turn inwards to search for answer. 28th of June is Water Rat Day, and from the Bazi chart, can see both run water in the day and year pillar actually countering into the big fire, okay, in the month pillar. So this indicates like it's going to be a hectic day, right? And internally, we have a rat and horse clash, which indicates an increased competition. So today we are living in an information-rich world, but can we trust this information? And how are this information affecting us? So we need to learn to find peace amidst chaos. To cultivate your inner happiness, you can back west. And those with wellness palace in the west, you have an added advantage. And if you are into meditation, the best time to meditate will be between 11 to 11:59 p.m. Okay, so let's move on to look at the achievement perspective. And remember to help me like and share this video with your friends, yeah? So May was a month, okay, to train your mindfulness. And I would say train your mindfulness and to look at things in a different way, okay, and also to train your flexibility and also your cognitive ability as well. While June can be a bit chaotic to some, and it requires us to find peace within. Okay, so let's get into each of the destiny pillars. So the theme that I've selected for this month is the big picture. When we focus on the big picture, we have less anxiety, and also we are in better control. Okay, so this is a month where you need to be focused, be strong, and let your actions speak louder than your words, right? So there's really no point in fighting over trivial matters, okay? Focus on a big picture. Focus on what you want to get, right? Let's start with Northeast. If your destiny palace is in Northeast, don't let your internal struggles stop you from taking the next step. You will find opportunities when you start moving, okay? When you are feeling lost, what you need to do is to focus on the next possible step. You don't need to see the whole ladder. You just need to take the first step and it will lead you to the next, right? Allow yourself to tap into the unknown. So moving on to the north, if your destiny palace is in the north, this is a month where you need to overcome your fears in order to grow. This month can bring a lot of anticipation and expectation. And this boils down to your willingness to step into uncharted territory. So you want to go all the way out and do whatever it takes to achieve victory and happiness. Okay? Go all out to realize your dream. Have faith and let your first step show you the next step. You just need to be committed and focus on what you can do now and work towards clearing out your doubts through action, because passiveness can lead to overthinking. And that can really, I would say, magnify your fears and anxiety. If your destiny palace is in the northwest, so for this month in June, if you want to see different results, you will need to do things differently. Okay? Because you can achieve what you want when you're enlightened. And to be enlightened, you need to allow yourself to experience the unfamiliar and make it familiar. With Destiny Palace in the West, June, you need to focus on finishing what you have started. Okay? And also keep going to expand your capacity. But you need to understand the role that you're playing so that you can carry out your duties diligently. So in other words, it's like you need to mind your own business and get your part done. Moving on to Southwest. If your Destiny Palace is in Southwest, June may be a test of your endurance, okay? And true endurance requires flexibility and determination. So this is a month that calls for your consistency. If you are not committed to success, you will find excuses to give up. And you may feel that as much as you're busy, you're hectic, but something seems to be keeping you from progressing. So you need to find a mentor to keep you grounded. Anyway, it is your choice to commit to failure or success, as it is all within you. So no one can actually help you if you're not helping yourself. Okay? And moving on to the south, if your Destiny Palace is in the south, wishful thinking does not bring real results. Only action can. You will only be rewarded, okay, through your effort. And to receive or be rewarded, you need to give. There's no free lunch. It needs to have an energy exchange. So you want to ask yourself, what are you willing to give in order to get? And what do you want to get? What is your goal? All right. Then next in Southeast, if your Destiny Palace is in Southeast, in June, you may find that you have this difficulty or internal struggles in asking for help. And that is because that is due to your internal ego. So asking for help is a sign of strength. It is not a weakness. If you need help, ask for it, because your real blockage may lie in your unwillingness to change your attitude. So you want to assess your actions and if you're doing things that's promoting your growth. Okay. And the last one in the east. So if your Destiny Palace is in the east, you may be plagued with some feelings of insecurity or inadequacy, and this can hold you back. Okay. So you want to aim for small practical goals. Things that seems achievable now. It doesn't mean that they need to be achieved now. Okay. Opportunity comes when the time is right. So you want to watch and assess closely. Okay, because you only want to strike when you are certain that the rod is hot enough to make an impact. Again, it's a month for you to venture into the unknown. Okay, to allow yourself to understand what's out there, what are the opportunities that out there that you have the capability and capacity to write on. Okay. I need your help. Okay, I need your support to grow my channel, and I have 3 months to grow my channel to have 1,000 subscribers. All right, so please help me out. Yeah, subscribe to my channel, it's free, and your subscription will actually help me to keep me going and also to produce more contents. So in June, you want to look out for the release of these few videos where I provide some insights on the 4 most affected pillars in 2022 and also how you can leverage on them. So if you have these pillars, how can you make the best year out of 2022, right? And also more on Elon Musk is coming your way. Okay. So help me please. Just an update on my classes. My upcoming spiritual webinar on 26th of June. Okay, it's about unlocking the greatest potential in DE, covering both your human destiny chart and also your platter chart. So a lot of people, when they see DE in their chart, they are a bit skeptical. Okay, as most of the time it is very well, it is, I would say, traditionally associated with negative things and negative experiences. But what I've discovered through my journey, okay, in using metaphysics as a self-help, it's like I actually find that if you have D in your chart, that is where your greatest potential is, because it is infinite, okay? It is unlimited. You have unlimited potential. And the only one that is blocking that is you, right? So you want to join me on this webinar to find out how you can make use of your DE to bring out the best in you. And my next practical workshop is in August, 7 to 8 August, which is the teaming of 10 gods. So like I've shared earlier, this workshop, I really go deep into the application of 10 gods. If you're interested, message me to sign up, or if you have questions, you can drop me a message and you can ask me. Okay. And with this, I'm going to summarize this webinar. So when the heat is on, we need to stay focused. Okay, when the competition is stiff, we need to train our agility and strength. We get what we focus our energy on. So it is your choice to focus on failure or success. And here are some tips to train yourself to see possibilities. First, you need to allocate the time to think. Okay, because you need to assess what is your immediate needs, and you want to keep yourself focused on your immediate needs and follow up with actionable items. Okay, you need action to make things to work. You need action to make things to happen, right? And we need to experiment with different approach to overcome our challenges. There is no one way in solving a problem. There are many ways. If one way doesn't work for you, then you move on to try a different approach, right? And stop being perfect. Okay, I've learned this. I used to be a perfectionist. So I've learned that being perfect, it only slows me down. You just need to keep trying. And that's keep trying and keep improving. That's when you see actual results. And also celebrate your every wins, no matter how small. Okay? So this comes to the end of my webinar. And as you would have noticed, usually my webinar would be like 1 to 1.5 hours, right? And my bandwidth is really limited this month. So I don't have a lot of time, okay, to prepare all the information that I've been sharing before, because for every monthly webinar that I do, For you all, it may just be 1 to 1.5 hours. But for me, it's a few days of preparation. Okay, so therefore, in the coming months, I may not have the bandwidth to do this, but whenever I can find time, okay, I will let you all know. All right. So 4th June is the first Saturday of the month. Okay, and that's when we are going to have our chit chat session. So join me on 4th of June, as I may have a guest joining me, okay, to share how he practiced mindfulness and so on. Okay, so opening up for question. Anyone has any question?
Nelly?
Yep.
Yeah, Amy here.
I
like to ask regarding the using the achievement one, right? So like for this month of June, right? If I have a goal, so basically I just have to because just now I was riding the bike, sorry about it. So I didn't catch that part on the northwest using achievement, right?
Your destiny, is it?
Yeah. So I like to, because I have a goal, like want to I mean, I got 2 goals lah. One goal is to rent out my room, and the second one is to get in touch with more like companies to share about my mental health recovery story and how metaphysics have helped me. Yeah, these 2 goals. So I want to see how I can use the June energy to amplify that goal. These 2 goals.
Right.
Yes, thank you.
For June energy, you need to zoom down and focus. So I believe if you want to rent out the room, that would be ongoing. Okay.
Yes.
And if you're trying advertisement or whatever, try different ways. Okay, try ways where maybe people that doesn't do it. Word of mouth, spread, talk to people. Be creative about it. Okay. And on your second goal, on your second goal is to get in touch with companies so that you can actually advance more in your sharing in terms of mental health and so on, right?
Yep.
This is the one where you want to spend more energy.
Okay.
Be more specific on what you want to achieve, because you can be sharing. You can be sharing a lot of things, and I believe you have a lot of experience to bring about. But if you are just merely sharing without anything that you can regard as an achievement, you may find yourself very hectic, being very busy, and yet not feeling fulfilled.
Okay.
Okay, so ask yourself what you want to get out of this sharing, and what will this bring to you or make you, and that make that your goal. Focus.
What is the achievement that I want to get out of this sharing now?
Yes, because when you have that sense of achievement, it motivates you and it pushes you. If you don't have a sense of achievement, you can easily feel tired and you may find excuses to give up.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
So focus on that.
Okay. Thank you, Nelly.
Welcome. Let me check Facebook. Any question from Facebook? Yes, JJ, moon conjunct Pluto is Western. So when I do my analysis, I actually do different layerings. Yes, Katerina, DE, yeah, DE in one pillar is super powerful. So if you have watched my Elon Musk video, Elon Musk has DE in one pillar. And since we're talking about Elon Musk, yeah, if you pay attention to how he talk and how he speak, okay, his eyes are not focused. His eyes are everywhere. He would look for answer everywhere. So from my experience and also from my observation, people who have this DE, they have this tendency. Okay, when they speak to you, it's difficult for them to maintain that eye contact because they are searching for information. Okay, they're looking at ideas all over. Okay, so now you have a tip how you spot someone with a DE in chart. Look at how they talk, right? So Gigi is asking, on Northwest Palace, it's my soul palace, also divine light. So how to leverage at its best? Dato says June 3 day. What does it mean, Gigi? What do you mean by June 3? So, okay, Northwest Palace is your soul palace and also divine light, right? As you can see, in June, in Northwest, there is a death door with Chief and also with Hero Star. Okay, so if you're also having divine light at the same day or same time or during that timing, the thing is you want to look at your dreams. Maybe you have a dream which you have put behind your back, all right? Or maybe there's something which you're struggling with to make it come to reality. So this would be a month where you want to try different things, different approach. Maybe what you've planned out for or what you have taught, okay, is not working or it's not effective or efficient. Okay, that could be due to what you have experienced before and you're just leveraging on your past experience to make things work. So June would be a month where you want to try new things. Okay, it can be a bit, it can give you a bit of, I would say it can put you in an uncomfortable position because you're trying things which you're not familiar with, you don't know, okay, but have faith in yourself, right? And go for it, just because that will give you the experience and that will also build up your skills. Okay, so JJ Lee is asking, what is moon conjunct Pluto? Okay, moon conjunct Pluto is like when the moon and Pluto is coming into the same position in the same zodiac sign. So it's like I would say it coexists in the same zone. Okay, and that can actually bring some emotional disturbance, right? And it can bring some confusion where you start to think like, is this right or what's going on? And it can make you feel like you're not sure with yourself. Your insecurity, your anxiety may come up, right? But if you keep reminding yourself to say that, okay, let's stop all this nuisance, stop all this disturbance, and let's get back to work and focus. That will help. June 3rd is Sunday, Black Rabbit. So how to clean up? Well, I will look at it this way. Okay, Black Rabbit is just one of the layers in Chinese metaphysics from another system. Okay, and when you're working with your mind, your clarity of mind, all this external, you can actually control it. Okay, and it all comes down to your mind, your purpose, what you want. Okay, right, JJ Lee, South, your Destiny Palace in the South. All right, so in the South, we can actually see there's harmony. Okay, let's get to South. It's harmony and it comes with ambassador star in a hamdok. So harmony is about connection. So you want to look at how you're connecting with yourself. So the first thing, you want to assess how much you understand yourself. Okay, and that is the basics. That is the basis of all. So sometimes it's like we spend a lot of effort in trying to understand other people, okay? But the most basic thing, the fundamental, our grounding is, do we understand ourselves? Okay, are we doing things in a manner that hope for other people to serve us on a silver plate? Or what kind of effort are we putting in, and what is our intention? Okay, so that is in summary for self. Because in order to love someone else, you need to first know how to love yourself. So in order to get something done, you need to understand what it takes to get things done. Okay. Right. Any more questions?
Now, can I check is the activation for 2 hours for today?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
You just let the candle burn. Okay, but remember this, yeah? Safety comes first. Don't let the candle burn the rest of the things. You just want the candle to burn on its own. Okay, and also to leverage on this energy, you need to be very clear with your goal. Then that's when you see that the power of it. Anyone has any more questions? DE in our pillar. Join my class. Okay, I will share. I will teach you. Okay. Anyone has any more questions?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Do hop on to my Telegram. Join my Telegram channel, because that's where I am sharing daily insights. Okay, what the day brings and so on. Okay, so like that's where I can find time to contribute to the community and also to help you all. Okay, right. So if there's no question from the crowd, you know where to find me, you know how to get in touch with me. Okay, you can drop me a message on Facebook Messenger. You can also find me on Telegram. Okay, so without further ado, I would say thank you for joining me, and please help me grow my YouTube channel. I need your help.
Thank you, Nancy.
This is my focus in the next 3 months. All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
See
Thank you, Nelly. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.